Okay.
See, the problem is my tablet just died because it wasn't plugged in. So I have no
Mine
idea
didn't.
who's on the call or what their call is about.
Right.
So welcome to the show. We're almost done. Hi, who are you and why are you calling us?
My name is David.
Hey, David.
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Can you hear me
David,
better now? I just took it
David,
off
yeah,
speakerphone.
you had a disproof of God.
Yes. It's actually very simple. It's 0 equals 0. Non-existence does not exist. So therefore, there must be an infinite timeline. But I take it a little bit further than that because I have an argument with the Big Bang premise.
Mm-hmm.
I think that matter is in a state of collapse. I think protons are getting smaller as well as closer together over time. And that because we discount that from our measurements, since everything we use to make measurements is made of matter, it's like trying to use a ruler to measure itself. It doesn't really work very well. So when we look at space, we view space as expanding, but that's because we ourselves are what is shrinking.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Is there a peer-reviewed paper you've submitted for this? I just wonder.
No.
It's just your conjecture.
I've been writing about it for a while, and I have a few different...
Have you gone to the Large Hadron Collider and looked at the latest stuff there? Are you a physicist?
No, I've not been to the Large Hadron Collider, but I do understand some of what they do there.
Yeah, I don't have my resident.
High energy.
I don't have my resident
research and antimatter and all kinds of interesting things, but they have not had one shred of luck at detecting dark matter or dark energy. My supposition is because that those two things don't exist, because they're an error in the mathematics from the miscalculation of gravity.
So it sounds like you've got a Nobel Prize winning idea here. Would you let us know when you've got the paper ready for submission?
or not?
Yeah.
Well, I have some things already written down that I could send in to you if you would like.
Don't send them to me.
I would love to do that.
Send them to
I'm
Physics
really
Today.
not sure who to send them to. Physics Today. That sounds like a good place to send it to.
I don't know.
I will look that up as soon as I'm off the phone here with you.
My friends who are physicists, I wouldn't give them. I wouldn't give you their name or contact information just because it's just you can submit it to whatever journal. But I do have a problem though, even with your disproof of God, because 0 equals 0, and then there's an equivocation fallacy as soon as you switch from 0 in a mathematical sense to
zero
nothing.
as a mathematical sense represents nothing. It
Well, you don't get to do a represents. You don't get to do a represents.
Yeah,
that's an equivocation fallacy.
Well, I think that the way we use mathematics is to represent objects in the real world.
Okay.
So 0 has to have some form of connective value.
No, 0 doesn't map to anything in the real world. 0 doesn't map to anything in the real world. It's an abstraction.
That's what non-existence is. Non-existence doesn't map to
right, but you're saying the two.
It's an abstraction.
Okay, you're saying, holy crap. Bye. You're saying the two things are equal, and I'm saying that's an equivocation fallacy. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying if you're going to make a logical argument, and the logical argument begins with a premise that is math, you don't get to just say, and 0 equals nothing, because that is a potential equivocation. Why not just start with nothing? Why did you start with 0 equals 0? You should start with nothing equals nothing. Plus infinity isn't a quantity. Meanwhile, whatever, I don't know what's going on with protons or whether they're shrinking or anything else. And I don't know what God you actually disprove because we didn't find God to begin with. So go find a physicist, write a paper. Today,